So, hello guys, you know what's better than a normal chess game? A game played by Rashid Nezhmetdinov because this guy didn't play chess, he attacked it like it was a battle for survival. Today we are looking at a legendary game where Nezhmetdinov shows us that why he is called the magician of attack. I am your host Bison. So Rashid starts the game with e4 and c6, which is also known as Caro-Kann defense, knight to c3, d5, attacking the e4 pawn, but Rashid simply develops his another knight on f3, controlling the e5 and d4 square. Then Black develops his knight on f6, creating more pressure on e4, but Rashid simply pushed his e-pawn further, hitting the knight, and knight to e4, asking for knight exchange, but Rashid simply declines and he placed his knight back on e2. Here white can also exchange the knight, which creates an isolate pawn, but that's also fine. After this, Mikhail develops his queen on b6, targeting the f2 pawn and creating checkmate threat. Rashid simply defends it by playing d4, which also strengthens the e5 pawn. But from here, instead of developing the pieces, for example like this or that regular stuff, he plays c5, trying to destroy the white pawn structure. But instead of this, Black must consider the move e6, opening the diagonal for this dark square bishop. Okay, now some takes happen and again the same threat, but Rashid simply placed his e knight on d4. Okay, knight to c6, creating pressure on the knight, but Rashid simply pins it by playing bishop to b5. Now it's very important for Black to kick out this light square bishop by playing a6. Okay, but he done a mistake by playing bishop to d7. Some of you might wonder why this is a mistake. Sure, it unpins the knight, but that's not the real problem. The real issue is that white is about to play e6, attacking the bishop, and if this pawn captures the this pawn, then you can see that Black pawn structure get wrecked. Here, better move for Black is not to play bishop to d7, it is to play just e6, which strengthens the pawn structure as well as opens the diagonal for the dark square bishop, and it also stops the e5 pawn to push further. Okay. After this, Rashid simply castled, and now Black played a tactical move, which is knight takes e5, because after knight takes e5, you can see that Black will regain his piece, and after this you can see that this rook is under attack, but this position is better for white because you can see that Black has not completed his development yet, whereas where you can see that its dark square bishop is still undeveloped, and but in the you can see that here white has two knights which are controlling the center, as well as the queen and bishop can join later. But after this, Rashid done a mistake by taking on b5, losing an active piece which is controlling the center. Instead of this, the better move for Rashid is to simply play to e1, which and you can see that the tension are still created for the Black, and it is not easy, and it's not easy for Black to develop. Okay, after knight takes b5, queen takes b5, and rook to e1. Now this knight has to be moved. Why I'm saying this? Because suppose if Black played another move like e6, yeah, for example, yeah, from this position if Black plays e6, then white can play this beautiful move which is c4, hitting the queen as well as attacking the pawn chain. And after pawn takes, rook takes, yeah, you can see that Black has to lose his knight as well as the game. Okay, so after the move rook to e1, now comes knight to f6, He takes back his knight, and after this, Rashid creates more pressure by playing bishop to g5. But after this, black done a mistake by playing e6. This move opens the diagonal for the dark square bishop. However, instead of this, black must consider the move rook to d8, which controls the d file. Why it is important, you will understand this soon. Okay, so after this, Rashid played a beautiful move which is c4, which attacks the queen as well as it also deflects the d pawn so that white queen can take control over this d file. Okay, so after this, black simply slides his queen on a5 and Rashid takes on f6, destroying the black pawn structure. And now in this position, Rashid played a move which is knight takes f7, losing all the advantage. Here he played this move to deflect the king, and which also shatters the black defense. Okay, after this he gives a check from his queen, and after king to e7, now he takes on d5, and you can see the threat of rook takes e6. Hence the only move for black is just simply pushed e5. And Rashid wasn't supposed to stop here. He attacked again by playing f4, and after this, black takes on d5, f takes e5. But guys, wait. After the move queen takes d5, this move is not a correct move. Here, to save the game, the move is to gives a check from the queen first, because after king to h1, so what can black play in this position? Here you might thinking that what if black just slides back? Then after this, white can play f takes e5, and after f takes e5, queen takes e5. You can see that black is gone. Hence the move after king to h1 is not to place the king back, not trying to defend the king. It is to play this beautiful move which is bishop to g7, supporting this pawn chain, because after takes, you can see that in the next move black can place his queen on d6 with the securing the e5 pawn, defending which is also defended by the bishop. And you can see that there is no more attack for the white, and this position will be completely equal. Okay, so after f takes e5, game continued with f5. Black pushed his pawn further, but guys, really in reality this is of no use, because Rashid simply pushed his pawn further, and this move closes the diagonal for the black queen, so that white queen can enter into the position. Plus, white rook is ready to join the party. After he moves his king h4, closing the g5 square so that black can't escape. And in the next move, white will checkmate black. Hence, black tries to gives a check from his bishop, and after king moves, now he takes on e6. But this is of no use, because the final move by Rashid is going to h6 check, and black resigned. What an amazing attacking game by Rashid Nezhmetdinov. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. Hit that subscribe button for more. I am your host Bison, signing off. Bye bye.